everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm G, this time with a Dauntless video. Now in this video I'm going to give you some tips and show you how you can get to the end of the escalation, the Terra Escalation, using the Agarus armor. Now the Agarus armor has parasitic in it and guardian, so you want to build a little bit for lifesteal and shields. So the weapon that you should bring, of course, is an electric weapon. In the previous video I used the axe, but in this one I'm using the sword because the sword has the cyclone, and the cyclone is really useful, especially when you have two behemoths coming at you, so you can hit both at the same time, and also you could put a little bit of lifesteal on it. The build is at the end if you want to see it, but stay tuned for that. Also, the axe provides that AoE now, since they had reworked, so you can use multiple. You have a lot more diversity of attacks with the sword. You can do interrupts, you can do AoE, and it's useful against all of behemoths. Now the shields, of course, are your main thing here. I am using the guardian setup. I could have gone for sturdy, but they're all guardian setup is more for if you have allies, and the sturdy is to prevent you from stagger. Looking back, I probably should have chosen the sturdy one, but since stagger really isn't the problem for me, it's more like lags and all stuff like that. I went for guardian, which doesn't provide that much, but it is shield related, and since the armor already has shields as guardian cell on it, I went with that. Now, the thing I found interesting is the combination between parasitic and tenacious. Tenacious is a cell that came, I think it was in the previous escalation, because parasitic, what it does is it prevents you from taking damage all at once, and it mitigates that damage for 10 seconds, I think. But in those 10 seconds, you get 8% lifesteal. And tenacious gives you a boost in damage for each 100 points of health that you gain back. So they work very well in tandem, so while you're not taking damage, you're doing lifesteal, and while you're doing lifesteal, you're doing more damage. Several times I was close to dying, but I really didn't have a lot of problem with that, even without using Iceborne. And of course, Iceborne is limited to only 50% of your health, while Parasitic can go, up to your full health. So yeah, it was very interesting to see it. I think I might try a proper build next time, because I'll only have +3 in tenacious. When I did this run, I couldn't really put a lot of power in it, but I don't know, maybe it's something I'll try again with more focus on that in the future, because I think it worked really well here. Now concerning amps, of course, like I said before, I usually prefer Pact of Hunger. That's what I said in the previous video, but here I was going against two behemoths at the same time, and so I chose the Terra form, the Terra Escalation. Although as a basis I don't really do that, because dodging behemoths in Dauntless is not something that I think it's really fine-tuned, so it's a bit of hit or miss. But between that and not using consumables, especially when the behemoth was it was two large behemoths, I decided not to take that chance, and because I wanted to do as much damage as I could, and so I chose the Terra Escalation. I could have chosen Pact of Hunger now looking back, but I chose for another way. Also, I also predominantly choose something that will give me lifesteal. Eidolons are also very good, as we've seen with Blaze Escalation. If you take 2 or 3 Eidolons with you in Blaze Escalation, everything goes, I don't know, 50% faster, or at least 100%, or even 100% faster. So I always do that. And for the last one, I got lucky, and I could choose the full throttle with increasing crit chance and crit damage. That said, those are my tips. I hope you enjoyed them. I really enjoy Terra Escalation. Like I said before, I'm enjoying Escalation more and more. And this run, I think I died twice, but the second time I died was against Agarus, because the phone rang and it doesn't allow us to pause the game while you're playing. I don't know why. I mean, I think they should change that. They should make sure, like, if I'm not playing online with other players, I should be able to pause the game. But since I couldn't, I had to answer the phone, and I died. The only other time I died was against Shroud, because as we all know, Shroud is very aggressive, and this isn't like a Shroud killer setup. So yeah, I had those problems there. Other than that, it worked fine. The setup worked fine. The escalation was fun. I got to fight both new behemoths. No, the Chains behemoth, which was the Embermane, and as you see in the footage, the Shirog. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said before, the build is at the end. If it helps you, please like and subscribe. And as always, have a great game, guys.